Hey, what's in the box?
No, it's supposed to be natural. You're supposed to pretend that you don't know that the box is there.
What? You're just gonna find a box on our couch.
Oh wow, look what I found.
This is IKEA furniture. You don't find shit here. Can I swear?
Yeah, you can swear.
Okay, good.
There's a hidden compartment on our couch, though. Maybe it was in there.
It wasn't. I'd have seen you get it out.
It would be very obvious. Anyway.
Yep. Lewis!
Hi, my name is Sam. This is the Potager podcast, but not really. This is not about knitting. It's about us today.
It's about knitting your life together.
I hate you. So anyway, I'm Sam, and this is my wife, Becca. Nice.
Thanks. This is an audiovisual medium.
I'm glad that you identified that. Thank you. So our 1-year anniversary of when we got married is on Sunday. And it's actually on Sunday, even though you keep yelling at me about...
It's actually October 22nd.
It's not. It's on...
Because somebody did not follow the directions from the orphan clerk.
The orphan clerk.
That's what she's called.
I know. No, it is of the day that we signed it, even though I had to go back in and re-sign it and tell them how to spell Ryan's last name.
I mean, that was gonna happen either way.
That wasn't my fault. Anyway, so we were just gonna talk about, like, how we got together and how we got married in kind of a weird way, and yeah, just spooky October things, you know. Oh wow, look at this box. Wow, that I just found on the couch. It's not actually full of Japanese snacks
Anymore.
We ate all of them and they were delicious, but I've been kind of collecting things that are related to our relationship in it, and I thought we could go through it.
Yeah.
Well, we thought we could go through it. That was a little bit your idea to actually go through it.
Why don't we just open the box?
Why don't we just open the box? So it's full of stuff. There's lots of stuff. Various types of stuff.
It's mostly programs.
It's not mostly programs. It's mostly another box inside. So, you want to tell them about our first date?
Okay. So...
We met on OkCupid.
We met on OkCupid. I had bought tickets to go see Rocky Horror at the theater closer to where Sam lived. Did we talk about places?
Yeah.
Okay.
I
I don't know you were, like, keeping secrets and people don't come to our house.
I'm very open about the fact that we live in Harrisburg. I just don't
people
like...
are gonna come to our house.
I don't give them our full address.
You film outside. There's, like, signifiers. Someone could, like, translocate this. Like,
I don't
someone's
think...
gonna, like, triangulate.
I have 27 subscribers as of this moment, and I don't think any of them are going to stop
27 of them are coming to our house. We can't host 27 people, Samantha.
Anyway, do you want to talk about our date?
Yeah, the one that you didn't know you were on.
Yeah. Tell me.
I was aware.
You didn't tell me. Why did you tell me we were going on a date?
I don't know. I had bought the tickets with my boyfriend and I thought it was obvious. I had a boyfriend until like 2 months before.
Oops.
I mean, I knew.
She's bisexual, by the way.
Yeah.
Just to clarify that.
Like,
I'm not.
I wasn't
is.
like questioning or anything.
No.
I just happened to have a boyfriend. And that, unfortunate, exploded. I didn't have anyone to go to see the Rocky Horror Show with anymore, and I really wanted to go. So then I met someone else.
Not me.
This still
is a
not
different
Sam.
one. This is okay.
And like, he seemed very cool, and I was very about it, like, through our conversations. And then I went to meet him at the bookstore, the same one where he did pick me up. Because I just brought them all through that bookstore. And I'm, like, looking at the used books, and what I think is a very weird teenager passes me by wearing, like, his dad jeans. And I'm like, oh, gross, don't look at me. Very shallow. No, it's fine. He looked like a weird teenager.
Okay.
And he turns and is like, oh, Becca? I'm like, oh, shit. Like,
Did he pretend not to see you and then turn around?
No, I
Okay.
was being very unseeable.
Okay.
I was doing that thing I do in public spaces where nobody
Look.
sees or speaks to me.
Look, as a person with anxiety, I've done that before. Oh, hello! I didn't see you there.
Oh no, you just very scary and fade into
You
the
are
background.
scary. Yeah.
And like it was fine, but I never wanted to see this human again. Like, it wasn't just because he like looked like a weird teenager. He also like
You weren't
talked
a
like
teenager.
this,
Yeah.
and then you could see the spit forming in his mouth, and it was just like he's a perfectly fine person, but there were just too many things involved with being in his bless you, Kona. Bless you. Involved in like being in his physical presence that I was like, I could maybe like hang out with you again. It was very hard. He just talked so annoying. I know that's not his fault, but like I'm very much on the line of, you know, sometimes you just can't be around certain people, and that's just a thing.
Yeah. And
then you got your car back. So you could drive us to the HMAC. Because I was already talking to you at this time.
Yeah, because we started talking in September.
Yeah.
And you didn't ask me till like the beginning of October.
Yeah, like I think like a couple days after I went and met this guy, I was like, well, I'm not taking him. So I was like, all right, here's the other person.
This pretty girl.
Yeah. But like, I wasn't driving at the time, and you weren't driving at the time, which was the only reason that we didn't meet first.
My car broke down when I was driving home to see my parents, and that's like right when I had started talking to her. By the way, another thing, not to bring up something that you're gonna be mad at me about, but I got the Facebook thing memories about, hey, does anyone want to go to Six Flags with me tomorrow? 5 years ago. I was allowed to go to Six Flags for free for a work thing. And it was after we had started talking, but, like, we hadn't met yet, so I was like, I don't want to drive out to New Jersey with someone that, like, I've never met before. Thank God for that, no. I would have had a good time if you went, but I only went on one roller coaster.
She doesn't even like rides.
I do like rides, I just get dizzy. Anyway, so then you asked me to go to Rocky with you.
Yeah, and then I was like, to be fair, you were the actual first choice, but you couldn't drive.
Okay.
And then you could drive, and I was like, solution.
So this is the program from it. It's really messed up. We have a poster, too, that I stole on the way out.
Wasn't really. Did you steal it, or were they giving them away?
No, it was just laying on a table. I don't know if it was necessarily supposed to be taken, but I have it, and I'm glad I kept it. Obviously,
It became significant.
Yeah. And then it's funny, we were looking through this, and she had already known a couple people in it, kind of. But since then, we actually know a few of these people, have been in shows with them and stuff, and it's just funny, you were there for our first date.
Yeah, all these people have no idea. They have no idea. They don't know the impact they made.
Yeah.
But
so we went and saw, I picked you up at the bookstore.
Same bookstore that I met did all my trolloping in.
I had just gotten out of work, so I was in my cute Staples uniform.
And I thought that maybe she was gonna come inside, so I'd gone in to get a book and a coffee.
I think I ended up having to drive around the block 3 times, because
I wasn't outside to be picked up, because I thought that when you asked someone to meet you at a bookstore, they would come in.
I was hungry. I had just gotten out of work.
And she didn't even eat her dinner.
Well, okay, so then I panicked, and I didn't know where to eat. So we went to Applebee's. On our first date.
Oh yeah.
Of all the great restaurants that there are in Harrisburg.
And I was just like up until this point, the primary source of our conversation had been food.
And beer.
And
which
beer,
I don't drink.
Food and beer. So we went somewhere where you don't really go for food or beer. No. And just I've wound up at Applebee's.
And I got I remember I got some sort of fish and I ate 2 bites of it.
Yeah, because that was when you were still a pescatarian.
And I was nervous.
Yes. You're like, do you want to eat my fish? No?
That's a weird thing to ask.
And you still didn't know we were on a date.
No, I didn't know we were on a date. I thought we were just chilling. I don't know. I had that, the gay thing where you're I just can't assume.
Well, and see, I had the, recovering hetero thing. It's fine.
It's fine.
It's fine.
Shh, we'll just fix it there. It's fine. You're the recovering hetero thing?
The recovering hetero thing where it's it's really not my job to initiate any of this. I don't have to do any of this.
Mm-hmm.
And like, well, if nothing's being initiated, I guess I misread these messages. So I'll just go platonically sit at the foot of your bed while we talk for 3 hours.
So even like during the show, like I was very conscious of you being next to me and doing that like, oh, well, I don't want to be like too close, but I got, cause you know, anxiety. So I don't want to be too close, but like not, and I don't want it to be weird. Like I'm trying not to be close to you. Like, so that was cool.
It just came across as don't touch me.
well. But yeah, then we went back to my apartment. And my roommate was Muhammad home?
I don't know. I can't remember if that
wasn't the I got a feeling night.
That wasn't the I got a feeling night.
Because that was after you started sleeping over. But yeah, we just sat on the end of my bed and talked for a while, and then I drove you home.
I still had to work in the morning.
Yeah. So that was the first thing.
Yeah.
I think the next sequentially would be King John.
I was the bastard, and I had 2 swords.
And that was, like, a huge thing for me, is I was, like, telling people about this girl, because we had started dating at that point. Like, officially had talked about it.
I mean, like, I think by the time... No!
Because we didn't become official till, like, right before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, the Monday before Thanksgiving was when we put it on Facebook.
She hadn't told her family.
It wasn't like on purpose or like anything weird like that. I just am very bad about talking to my family about important things. Like, I got a new job. I didn't tell my dad. But like, he'll call and be like, what's going on? I'm like, oh, nothing. Like, here's what the cat's doing. And like, not tell him about a significant life change.
So I think at this point we were like dating, but not like girlfriend yet.
Yes.
Like, we had established, like, second date was I went to her house, and we watched that was Video Game High School, right? And we ate Halloween candy.
Maybe.
Yeah, that was the second date. I'm telling you, that was the second date. Was I came to her house and I ate candy.
I do recall something being like, that, and I'll just slide in here and put down, why don't you come over and eat this candy with me?
Well, and like my thing too is like I hadn't really dated a lot, so I didn't really know how to initiate what do we do now kind of thing. Mm-hmm. So it worked out that she was like, oh yeah, discounted Halloween candy. So yeah, we did that. But anyway, so King John, you had wanted me to come see you were in Midsummer first. No, it was 12th night. It was 12th night. But
okay, bye, Kona.
It was too late by the time you asked me and I had to work. So This was the first show that I got to see her in. So I'm like telling my friends about, oh yeah, I'm like seeing this girl. I don't really know if it's like an official thing yet, but like went and saw her show and she had 2 swords. And I just kept telling everyone she had 2 swords. You were very tired then. That was when you had the like suitcases under your eyes.
Yeah, well, now referred to as King John eyes.
The King John eyes.
I was playing a haggard knight, and people were like, "Oh wow,
what makeup did you use to make?
How did you get
you
this?
Look so sallow, and, like,
very authentic, battle weary look." I'm like, I don't know.
I just don't sleep.
I work at 4 a.m.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Like,
oh boy.
Oh, I looked like hell.
Yeah, it was pretty bad. But I saw through that.
God knows how.
It was mostly because of the swords.
It's true. The swords did help. The swords helped a lot.
Yeah, so that was cool. I got to see you in a show. And then I went to the cast
you
party.
brought me a plant.
Oh, yeah, so I'm weird, and I was like, man, I don't like the concept of flowers at the time. Now I do like getting flowers, but at the time, I was like, ew, it's weird to, like, buy people flowers and watch them die, because that's the kind of weirdo I am. So instead I got her a cactus. So, like, instead of bringing flowers to someone after a show, I brought her a small cactus.
No, with no, indication that I was someone who could or did take care of plants.
No, and you don't.
I don't.
That cactus is long dead.
I think it might have been dead before it made it to my house, because I distinctly remember, like, whatever box it was in fell over and the dirt fell out.
I was gonna say, did you leave it in your car?
I did not leave it in my car. I brought it inside, but I never touched it after that.
Yeah, so that show happened.
Yeah.
I guess Cyrano? I don't know.
Yeah.
Well,
I mean, like, Cymbeline did happen, but were you in Cymbeline?
No.
No, so
I took
Cymbeline doesn't
pictures
matter.
for Cymbeline.
You did. You took. I was King Cymbeline in Cymbeline, which no one has ever heard of because it's part of the Apocrypha, and that was an interesting choice all around.
There's these fun pictures.
Those are some fun pictures.
There's some fun, cringy couple pictures.
We went through a phase where anytime we saw a photo booth, we got in and took almost the exact same sequence of horrible
This
photos.
one's cute, though. Like, that's cute. I think that one's cute.
There was one cute one.
But there's also a lot of, like, this happening. And that old-ass phone. This one was at the Works when we went. That was when
we met with
when you
Alex.
Met. Did you meet Alex that?
Yeah, I met Alex that day.
In Geneva. Was Geneva there?
Neva was not there.
Anyway, she met some of my friends.
I think Liz was there.
Yes. Yep, that was when you met her. Then.
Yeah. Then?
I don't know. I haven't talked to them in a while. So. Let's
Yeah.
go with them just to be safe. Fierno?
Fierno.
Well, I guess this is technically earlier.
You're not in this picture. I am.
Well, I did play, 5 men and a dolphin?
5 men and a dolphin. And yet only one sword.
Yeah, I only had one sword. The rapier.
Oh, this one's you.
Where?
With
Oh.
rapier.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's me.
In the fruit salad
Well,
suit.
and I did talk about sword fighting in that one episode, so I posted a picture from this show when I had the cool sword, and I talked about the sword fight that I did.
Yeah. I was the lady she was fighting over.
Yeah. She had a beautiful dress.
It was 10 yards.
It was 10 yards of fabric, the skirt. It was amazing. Beautiful.
And it fell off that one time.
Yeah, I don't want to talk about that. That made me very angry.
Yes, ma'am.
That was like my first instance of being a very overprotective girlfriend. I was defending your honor. Here's the mix CD.
Oh, yeah.
I'm
Like,
so...
it's falling apart.
Well, yeah, it's like broken. The case is broken. Yeah, I'm really extra and like super indie rock kid, so I made her a mix and I typed up the track list with my typewriter.
Let's hold it up so y'all can pause.
That works. I'll put the track listing in the description.
I'm just gonna think that everyone should have to pause.
No, I'll be nice. I'll put it in the description. I'll make a Spotify playlist. That's not the only mix that I've made you, but that's probably the most intense presentation.
Yeah, and that's like the no occasion except that you were dating me mix.
Make
And make me like birthday mix.
Yeah, the birthday mixes didn't usually have. It was just like
were
a
just-
list jammed in with the tracks on it in case it didn't import right. Don't break it. I don't know. I guess our marriage is next as to what I actually have stuff for. I think I lost the.
Nothing significant happened. In
Nothing
the
happened in
3 years.
between them. No, stuff did happen, but like I
4 years.
didn't save a lot of stuff because we
That's
did
true.
a lot.
Because we were moving a lot. We were like always on the go. We did Rocky Horror the one time together.
And now we're doing it again.
Yeah. That became the thing. Like we always went to see the Rocky Horror.
Well, or you were in it.
Or I
You
was
were
in
in it most of the time, and I would come see you. But
Yes.
we were at Rocky Horror in some way, shape, or form for every
year
Halloween.
on our anniversary,
On
which we counted as Halloween because that's better than the Monday before Thanksgiving.
Because it's our first date.
And can
Thanksgiving?
I talk about my grandma?
Yeah. Yeah.
So we made the inspired choice to become Facebook official the Monday before Thanksgiving.
Wait, so how we became official, quick? So, I'm an awkward person, which
We were
is very
both
clear.
adults.
We're both adults.
We were both 21 years old.
Were we 21?
I was 21.
I was 22.
No,
No, I guess it wasn't my birthday yet, so yeah, I was still
We
21.
were 21.
And like whatever the date was that day, do you remember? I don't specifically remember what that date was.
No.
It was just another date, I guess.
Because we only ever
pretty
observed
much-
Halloween, so we just started that date immediately.
Well, we also like in the beginning, a lot of it was just like I would come hang out,
Yeah.
or we would go see a movie or something. But yeah, so nothing that exciting. But like I was getting ready to leave, and it's like the middle of the night. I'm gonna break these shot
It wasn't the
glasses.
middle of the night. It was light outside.
No, it was dark.
It was dark. I remember being able to see.
Well, it was our first kiss, and it was dark.
Maybe.
Yeah, it was dark because I remember dancing in the car on the way home in the dark.
Yes.
But anyway, getting ready to leave, standing there like holding her,
Exactly like
like
this.
just no, but it was like, oh, we might kiss, and I was like, so when do I get to call you my girlfriend?
Even at the time, I was embarrassed for her.
So cringy. Why is that what I went with?
It worked.
It worked though. Like, look, success story. You can be awkward and cringy and still end up married to a beautiful woman. I'm sucking up a little there, so you keep saying nice things about me. Anyway, Thanksgiving. So we became Facebook official. I like did it immediately when I got home, and then I think I even texted her and I was like, "You didn't put it on Facebook yet."
I think I had to go to work.
Yeah.
Like, I don't even know if I had a smartphone yet, because I didn't for a long time.
I thought you did. But anyway.
I don't know when I have to this later. Anyway, Thanksgiving, and apparently someone must have pulled up Facebook on their phone, now that I think about it, because it's the only way my grandma would have seen it. I'm playing with a literal 3-year-old, like, we're playing a game where I make a bus crash down a hill for him. Kona!
I thought that was a child outside.
No, it was our cat.
Could have been either. Anyway.
I'm gonna come out of frame for a second to get the drama of it all. I'm playing and she goes, "Are you?" I was like, "Am I what?" This kid is 3. Like, you can say the word gay and he doesn't know. And I go, not technically? So, like, you're... Oh, yeah, I'm dating a girl. What? Well, what are you then? I'm like, I don't know, I'm bi? And my aunt has come in at this point because I'm playing with her child.
Hey, National Coming Out Day.
Oh, yeah! And, like, my aunt has come in, and my grandma's like, "What is that?" And she's like, "It just means she's, like, exposed. Like, she doesn't have to decide." My aunt's real chill. She's like, "Oh, okay. I just wanted to know." And then laughed. Like, it wasn't a thing. I think I just surprised her. Because I hadn't mentioned it.
You can come back now.
You can come back
It's
now.
probably more comfortable.
Not being cheating anymore.
Not being cheating anymore. That's pretty funny. Yeah, I think... I don't remember how I told my family. I probably called my dad, let's be real.
I had texted my dad the year prior and was like, "Hey, how does our family feel about, like, the gay thing?" He was like, I mean, like, we're fine with it, but, like, you might want to talk to your grandma just because, like, she's fine with it, but I don't know how she'd feel about it being, like, her family. Like, you might want to, like, prep her. Like, he specifically told me, you should probably say something to your grandma, and I didn't. And then his follow-up was, "Why, you gonna bring a girl to Thanksgiving?"
Maybe.
Not for another 2 years. But,
Wow.
yeah. That was how much
And then
they
we got
cared.
married.
That was it.
That's
Jump
it.
cut. Nothing else happened.
Came out of Thanksgiving and got married. No, then we were together. We moved in together like 6 months in.
Like, on the dot.
Inspiring. You know, U-Hauls.
Yep.
The whole U-Haul thing. And
Properly you hold.
yeah. And we've been together ever since. And we're gross.
You're gross.
No, like collectively we're gross. Like in that we say the same thing.
Oh, yeah, that's
Like-
disgusting.
And also we get that thing where people think that we're sisters just because we're so very comfortable with each other and
We
say
have-
the same thing and
Brown hair and glasses.
Brown hair and
kinda round
glasses.
faces.
yeah.
That's
But
all it takes.
We're not sisters or cousins or
No.
going down the list. But I was really happy when we saw Steven Chbosky and that lady next to us was immediately like, that just warmed my heart. She was like, "So are you two together? Oh my god, you're so great together." I was like, first try. That's the first time that's ever happened. First try.
I mean, it is fun when you get the people who just go through
It's like the list
of relationships
Yeah.
you could possibly have.
So
to
are
each
you
other.
sisters? No. Cousins? No.
I'd like someone who started
Related?
with sisters and then wound up at twins 3 steps later.
Twins?
I'm like, if we weren't sisters, how are we twins?
But they'll just go down this list. It's like the last thing it could possibly be is that we're married.
Yeah.
Or even together in any sort of way.
Best friends.
Best
since
friends.
Childhood.
Okay. Demon. Anyway, so I proposed to you
Yeah.
in
I
an
mean-
anime. Okay. What?
So we like talked about it because like you should.
Yeah, we
if
were
a-
mature about it and like, are we like cool with this? Like, yeah.
Yeah, if a proposal was a surprise, you shouldn't be getting married. But like she was like, so it's gonna be like demons. Like, so it's okay if I like surprise you when and how. I'm like, yeah, sure, but like not too big a surprise because I will become stressed out. And she was like, do you want to take a day off work?
Well,
and like
so
I'll plan it.
Before I but this conversation happened a while before I actually planned it.
Mm-hmm.
I had gone through a bunch of different things that I thought at the time was we were Measure for Measure.
Yes.
We were Measure for Measure together at the time, and I had been thinking of maybe like doing it after one of the shows, because people do that all the time, like propose after curtain call and stuff. But then I was like, because of my anxiety, I was like, I don't know if I would be good at like getting that together, because I'd be anxious that like I didn't want to make it about us. Like, it's a show that we're all in, and we should, So I backed off on that, and then we just happened to both be able to take off a day, and like this happened. I think I planned it in like a week and a half,
like,
maybe.
We were both, because we had like just gotten done with Measure for Measure, and thank you. And like
we needed a day off.
so we like both got a day off work at the same time. She's like,
so I jumped on that the minute that I was like, oh, we can both have the day off, perfect. So I started planning.
She comes to me, is like, can I plan it and like not tell you what's happening? So I go into work the next day and go, so Sam's proposing next week.
Well, and originally you thought I might propose during Measure for Measure.
Yeah.
So she was already kind of in that frame of mind. But yeah, so I like ordered the rings on Amazon because we were broke.
Yeah. Well, and we talked about how we don't really like diamonds.
And we don't really like diamonds, so I just got things that were like appropriate for like who we are. Louis, that sound is Louis, because we put him away so that he would not be like knocking things over. And I made this long playlist.
Incredibly long playlist.
It was like every song that made me think of her, and I called it She, I think, or her. Lady. Yeah, that's what it was. So, like that morning, I put it on. I was like, we're gonna leave pretty early so that we can drive. And the drive was like 2.5 hours, something like that, up to Ricketts Glen State Park, which is known for its waterfalls. I had a backpack with snacks because I'm like a former Girl Scout, so like I had everything that I could possibly need.
You got walking sticks.
I got like the big hiking sticks. We still have them. I made sure to tell her to wear a nice good sneakers, because it's slippery there and it had rained.
Oh yeah, you walk in and there's an article about like all the
how
people
many people
who
have
died
there. But yeah, I had snacks, I had all kinds of stuff, and I kept checking on her like, do you need a snack? Are you thirsty? Do you need anything?
No.
So I had picked a specific waterfall, but then as we were walking, I wasn't entirely sure that I was going to be able to figure out which one was which, because they're not all super well labeled. Like, some of them, there's just like a plaque like on the rocks that you walk past.
Spoiler alert, all waterfalls look the same.
No, they don't. But these were all around the same size, like there's a bunch, like one after another on this trail. But I did find the right one.
Did you confirm?
That was the one that I wanted.
Okay.
It was like the blah 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 Ricketts Fall. Like, it was one of the nicer ones that you didn't have to take an insane hike to get to. And there was this little spot that we walked down to, and at that point, I had this all planned out as we were going. I had her put the backpack on, so that I could be like, oh, let me and I think I even put my phone in the backpack so that I would have a reason to get back into the backpack. Grab my phone, grab the rings, she turned around, I proposed right at the foot of this waterfall. So, oh my god,
beautiful,
so beautiful, so beautiful. It was really cool. And then there was a rainbow in the one waterfall as we were walking back. And then we ate at Perkins.
We were very hungry.
We were very hungry, and like it's kind of in the middle of nowhere, and yeah. And then we went back to the same place that we went for our first date for karaoke that night. And it was just kind of cool.
And it just so happened that people we knew who
were
had been
going
in Rocky
already.
Horror were going for like someone's birthday party. So like
So we were having
a bunch of people we don't know joined our engagement party.
Yeah. And I sang You and I.
And I sang Skull Crusher Mountain.
How lovely.
There was, on the ride up, a song began to play that neither of us had ever heard before, which was shocking
Sparkle
since
Horse.
she had made the playlist. Yes, Sparkle Horse.
But we figured it out. It came from Life is Strange soundtrack.
Still.
But it was still appalling because I didn't put it on that list either. Like, I had not put it on that playlist. I have no idea how it got there.
Like, we're like, what?
Creepy.
What the hell is a Sparkle Horse?
Anyway, so we got engaged, and then, like, we didn't feel, like, in a super big hurry to get married.
Mm-hmm.
Weddings are expensive. And so we had talked about some of the stuff that we would want, and we had started gathering ideas, but,
Yeah.
like, I knew that I would probably end up being the one that did a lot of the planning, because that's just kind of how I am.
Well, and I also think we kind of realized that a lot of our ideas were in direct opposition.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, I don't really like big grand gestures. Like, big grand gestures, big grand events. Like, I'm just not into that.
And I wanted it to be small, but, like, it was not possible to be small with the things that I wanted. Like,
yeah.
It was kind of this weird balance where we were like, well, if we're gonna do it, we need to have all of these things, all these boxes checked, but that was ending up way bigger than we really wanted.
Yeah.
It was such a weird balance. And then, like, we even had started, I think, were you doing it with me, or did I just make a list? Like, trying to make a list of the people that we would invite. We were talking about it.
We were talking about
and it was just like, well, if you invite this person, then you have to invite this group of people, but, like, I really want to invite this person, but I don't necessarily, it just,
yeah.
It was really hard to narrow down who all we would invite, and we didn't want to offend people, but we also didn't want it to be too big, because we can't really afford that. So, it was getting really stressful, and, like, so, like, a year after we got engaged, I started thinking about it, and then that August was when we finally were like, we can't do this.
No.
Like, I just sat down with her and I was like, look, I'm just going to be completely honest. I'm getting really stressed out. Mm-hmm. Even just dipping my toes and, like, looking at the dollar amounts for this stuff.
I mean, and I wasn't even looking because that's how I deal with stress, is I don't.
Just don't do it. Yeah. So, and, like, I was trying to, like, bring stuff to you, but it was, like, everything that I looked at, I was like, nope, this is too much. Yeah. So we started trying to come up with, like, stupid other ideas. We're like, all right, we need to kind of take this seriously, but not too seriously, or else we're going to get too stressed out. So we had thought, oh, maybe we'll do it at a show. Mm-hmm. And I forget, we had a couple other little ideas, and then finally we settled on a Halloween party, which is what we did. So, little preface, I don't know if it's in every state, but at least in the state of Pennsylvania, you can have a self-uniting marriage license, which means you don't have to have an officiant.
Thanks, Quakers.
Thanks, Quakers. It's because of the Quakers, because their weddings, there isn't an officiant. It's just, like, basically everybody is in a room, and they all, like, say nice things to you and stuff, and it lasts for however long they want to. I looked this up because I was interested.
It's also because Quakers acknowledge no law.
Yeah.
No one has power over Quakers except just God himself.
Yeah, so thanks.
No one else can tell a Quaker what to do.
Thanks, Quakers. So, we started coming up with this concept of having a Halloween party with, like, we invited 6 people.
I feel like it was 10.
We only had 6 people there. We had started talking about inviting other people, but they couldn't come.
Was it just 6?
Mm-hmm.
I guess it was.
It was
I guess
8
it
with
was
us.
Just 2 other couples.
10 if you count the cats.
I was counting the cats. That's how I got 10.
So yeah, we invited, like, her brother and some of our close friends, and,
we were basically, like, the people that would have been in our wedding party who were in the state.
Yeah, who were close by. Like, my best friend Stacy couldn't come because she lived far away and stuff, so she moved away. So we were like, but what if we didn't tell them? Because, you know, we had to be a little extra about it, because it's
Phase
still
1,
our
we were
wedding.
gonna tell them. Phase 2, nah.
Yeah, once we got it, like, all settled, we were like, alright, we're gonna invite them over under the guise of a Halloween party, and we're going to have a competition. And whoever wins gets to sign our marriage license.
You have to have 2
The big
signatures.
reveal. Because you have to have 2 signatures, 2 witnesses. So, like, we got our marriage license and stuff, and then I made this. So, our costumes were Ruby and Sapphire. She was Ruby, I was Sapphire, because we're really into Steven Universe.
And we felt personally attacked by Keystone Motel.
Oh my god, yeah. So, it was cute. So, I made this fake book called The Answer.
And
It even is painted on the side.
in the invitation it said, because we like, obviously there's books everywhere, so we just had it out. So it said that the winner would be whoever got the most points or who found the answer.
Yeah. No more explanation than that. And inside, so this is just like a cardboard thing. Inside, there's this note. So your brother and then our friend Ryan were the 2 people that we determined had won. It was kind of arbitrary. Like,
I mean, also they like won at Jackbox.
yeah, we were playing Jackbox games and stuff, and they were doing the best. So we finally, I think we had originally had like, this is really annoying.
I hate this man.
I think we had originally had like a point value in mind, but we just got impatient.
We did. We were
I was
like, I'm tired.
I just like looked at her. I was like, it's time. So I typed this up on my typewriter. This was the first thing that was inside the box. Hello, friends. If you're reading this, I can only assume that either someone won the game or we just got impatient. Thought ahead. We must confess that we had ulterior motives in bringing you all together today. We consider you all to be our dearest friends and wanted to share this day with you all.
Point of order, 2 of the people at the party, one of them we'd never met before, because my brother brought his girlfriend, and the other one, like, I mean, like, he's a bud, but, like, he just happened to be dating a dearest friend at the time.
Mm-hmm. But anyway, contained within this box is a certificate that will need 4 signatures, our marriage certificate, 2 rings, which I made with my own 2 hands. I'll talk about that. And which we plan to exchange tonight. We love you all and hope you aren't too mad at us for tricking you.
It
love,
does
Becca
say
and Sam.
Wex love you all.
Yeah, well, no, because when you put a letter that you don't mean, you put an X over it. With the typewriter. Yeah, I typed it on an actual typewriter, so that's what it looks like. And then there was a little box inside, little heart that I also painted, and the rings are in there. And so, little side story, I made our rings, our wedding bands. Oh yeah, proper.
Oh, like a mua.
Yeah. So I did a like metal smithing class.
Yeah.
And made us. They're like hammered rings. That's pretty cool.
Shout out to the Pennsylvania Craftsmen's Guild.
Pennsylvania Guild of Craftsmen.
Guild of Craftsmen.
And that's when I tried to pop off for the first time.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was really cool. Made 3 rings, and 2 of them were our wedding rings, and the other one we just have.
Yeah.
And then I also have the gems from our costume. There it is.
We had them on bracelets, but it is difficult to exist with gems on your palm.
Yeah. Well, and I had ordered those, and I didn't think they were going to make it in time, so we also made bracelets for each other just in case. Yeah, so that was our wedding. It was a good time. We have our little skull shot glasses.
Everyone got a skull shot glass to take home.
Most of them forgot to take it home with them.
They did, and now we have more skull shot glasses.
Yes. And I also have the cards that our friends gave us.
Oh my god.
It's so cute.
Wait.
So my coworkers actually threw a little wedding party. She, like, wasn't there, obviously,
No.
but, like, they, like, collected money to give us, to wish us well, and I thought that was really sweet. So there's lots of cute messages in them. And this was Mandy and Bob. And this one was from Alex.
My coworkers found out we were married when one of them was like, Becca and saying, "You guys aren't married yet," and I was like, "Oh no, we are."
Yeah. So we got married.
Go through the photo album.
Oh yeah. So we didn't actually have proper pictures taken at it because it was a Halloween party.
At our house?
At our house is a strong word. At our 1-bedroom apartment. What do you mean 7?
I forgot Chris.
I didn't forget Chris.
3 couples. Plus Chris.
And Katie. So
and
it was 8.
I was right.
You were right. I stand corrected.
I also forgot Chris and Katie.
I remembered them. I just didn't remember. Like, I remembered all the people that were there, but I was not computing how many people that actually was.
I think you deleted the people who were only there because they're significantly there.
Anyway.
My brother's poor brand new girlfriend was like, I feel like I shouldn't be.
Yeah, I know. Because, like, he didn't know that. He thought it was just a Halloween party.
Also, their costumes were, he comes in and I immediately started yelling at him because he was not wearing a costume.
He's like, hold on.
And takes his pants off in our kitchen. Like, just starts taking his pants off. Because he was wearing a,
Dress.
like, Day of the Dead dress. So, like, she was Bone Daddy and he was the Bone Lass.
And he seemed to be like, wow, I wish I had taken this more seriously. After he found out what it was.
He was crying and signing our marriage certificate and, like, realized what he was. Anyway.
So we only had one of those, like, instant cameras, and I forced people to take pictures, so we had something.
This is a picture of someone trying to feed our cat cake. Also
Dressed as a shark.
Yeah, she's dressed as a shark because she's gray.
And then that's our friend Chris.
I don't know what...
We were playing that, what do you
meme game.
The meme game.
I think he was just making the same face as the meme.
There's just some very lovely,
there
like,
are some very beautiful shots. Well, because we let our quickest to get drunk friend have the camera. Also, we have a friend who doesn't really like playing games, but everyone else does. So we were like, we should have an activity for her.
She was taking pictures. So food-wise, it was not that much less stressful than an actual wedding. I bought a whole 5-foot sub, something like that.
You bought a 6-foot sub.
6-foot sub for 10 people.
10 people.
It was good though.
It was very good, but I worked in a deli for 4 years, and I could have told her that was too much.
It didn't fit in my car, or in your car. It didn't fit in a car, but she went and picked it up. Other people brought stuff because we usually have like potluck type parties.
Yeah.
But I always make enough food that even if nobody brings anything, we're fine. There were like veggie trays, fruit trays.
Yeah.
Did I make the meatballs or did Chris bring meatballs?
You made meatballs.
But there was a variety of food, and then I baked the cake, and it was like okay, you can show it.
Oh, I thought you were gonna describe it.
Oh, I can describe it. So, you know, I went to culinary school for baking and pastry art, so I always tried to do something like a little extra, like try to at least push it a little bit. So I decided I was gonna make this vanilla cake with vanilla icing, like vanilla buttercream icing, like the kind that I make all the time, and then fill it with raspberry shit so that it looked like it was bleeding when you cut it.
That's the outside of the cake.
So I drizzled it all on the outside, and you're like, oh, that looks cool. And
The
then it
inside of the cake.
literally looks like it was bleeding.
Well, but here's the thing, is the coulis did start running out because there was a hole, so it was like in a puddle of its own blood. It was just seeping out
blood. But at least there was still enough left in there that when we cut into it, it still bled. And it looked cool, and everyone thought it was cool.
Yeah, everyone was like, wow, what a cool cake. That's it. We did not fill this album.
No, we didn't. We didn't take that many pictures. But, like, the cute one on the front, look, marriage. We made this great backdrop out of shitty crepe paper and, I think, a tablecloth.
I made it.
She made it.
I taped everything.
I'm pretty sure we still have a roll of that crepe paper.
Yeah, Louis was out of his mind. I think there's no pictures of Louis because he had to be shut away immediately.
Well, yeah, because he's bad. But anyway.
No, that might have been when he decided he was afraid of everyone.
It might have been.
He wouldn't come out.
But anyway, that was our wedding. And we're married legally.
Yeah.
Like
no
adults
take
do.
backsies.
That's what adults do. So then for our honeymoon.
Yeah. We went to Disney World.
Disney World.
Disney World.
And Universal. It was mostly
correct. We went to Harry Potter World. And I acquiesced to also go to Disney.
But we only went to Epcot and Hollywood Studios.
Yeah.
Because those are the good ones that adults go to.
Also, Universal doesn't have any fun headbands that you get to wear.
No. I mean, we got, so, at both places, of course, we got the I'm celebrating buttons. So we got the I'm Celebrating Honeymoon, which, like, it wore off because obviously it was hot. And then also Happily Ever After button from Disney. Mm-hmm. So we wore those the whole time because we wanted people to congratulate us. Yeah. We did. Like, the whole time we were there, we had them on.
See, Universal, you don't really get anything. People just Well, we did get a special dance.
We did get a special dance.
From the guy changing the trash can.
Yeah.
He sang us a happy anniversary song, but he had the spirit.
It was really cute. And then at Disney, we got champagne.
Yeah, at Disney, we got little flutes of champagne at the one restaurant.
I think and people wishing us well. Yeah. It was nice. It was nice to be seen. Yeah. And we seemed to delight people, too. They're like, oh, you two are men. Like, yes, we are.
Thank you for noticing.
Thanks.
We have these buttons that you have to notice.
Yeah. Yeah, so we were there during the Festival of the Arts in February. We waited a little bit to go on our honeymoon because we didn't want to go when there were going to be a lot of people there for the holidays. Mm-hmm. So there was a lot of really good food and, like, special drinks that aren't usually there. Like, I would almost always want to go during one of these.
Yeah.
Because it makes it even better when you go to Epcot.
Well, because, like, Epcot's the same.
Yeah, it's the same. But if you go during one of the festivals, they have lots of little stands with more food. Mm-hmm. And also, we liked the dining plan. Yeah. We got so much food. We got more food than we could even imagine.
Okay, so, like...
So extra... Well, also, just, we did not pay for it because we're broke. I love my dad. He paid for our honeymoon because we didn't have a wedding, and, like, they were like, oh, we would have contributed to your wedding, but since you didn't, paid for our honeymoon. Yeah. Thanks, Jim!
Thanks, Jim. But, like, so he was like, they'll set you up with that dining plan. Universal dining plan, honestly...
It was okay.
It was okay, but it wasn't worth it for us, because we, like, when we're doing stuff, we don't eat that often.
Or if we do, like, we share something.
Yeah, and, like, the dining plan has you stuck on, like, even though they call it, like, a quick service meal is still just as big as a full service meal. And, like, then you are limited with 2 drinks and 2 snacks, but the drinks have to be just, like, soft drinks. If you want anything else, it counts as a snack.
Like, butterbeer didn't count.
Yeah, like, butterbeer was a snack. And I'm like, well, I don't want to get a soda. I'm either going to get something stupid or water to be responsible. I'm going to come to a theme park and drink soda? No.
But, yeah, so that was kind of like, eh. We were glad we had it because then we didn't have to worry about buying food, but if we were to go back, we probably wouldn't do the Universal dining plan, but the Disney dining plan I would definitely do again. We did the one that included a sit-down dinner. It wasn't just the quick service one, and that was completely worth it. Because
it included I feel like it's different if you don't drink alcohol, honestly, because, like, it included one
alcoholic drink with your dinner.
Which, like, those are almost as much as an entree. So, in that, like, completely worth it. I still, like, could have lived without a quick service meal, but, like, we usually got, like, a quick service breakfast and then something bigger for lunch or dinner.
Yeah.
But
we ran out of days. Well, we did come late the one day, and that was included in our days of eating, so we ended up having, like, so many meal swipes left.
We wound up with a lot of snacks left, because you could use those for, like, drinks or snacks. You just got 4 a day of whatever you felt like getting. And you could use them back at the hotels for, like, trail mix and stuff.
So we got snacks right before you left when we were stuck because of the snowstorm.
Yeah.
Our flights got delayed, so... Anyway. But yeah, that was it was a good honeymoon. You got to go to Harry Potter World. It was magical.
I love Harry Potter World.
She cried a lot.
I cried a lot.
I had been there before, but it's really cool, even if you've been there, to go with someone who hasn't gone before, and you get to see them experience the magic for the first time.
It was, like, I am a grown-up, and I know that magic isn't real. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, everyone, magic isn't real. But...
Muggle.
It's, like, no, it feels like magic is real when you walk in there.
It's great.
Like, you can't remember that you're a grown-up in the real world. This is Diagon Alley, and you're here, and you're eating the ice cream and crying on the conductor of the Hogwarts Express.
So, yeah. It's so detailed, like, and that's what I appreciate about it, is there's so many little hidden things that you can find, and it's so detailed, and, like, the wand thing is expensive, but it's worth it, because it's so cool.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, it's mostly like you're standing in line behind 7-year-olds. I'm like, I don't care. I'm gonna do the spell.
Get out of my way! But, yeah.
And it was like Nocturne Alley, which I know some people are like, oh, it's not really a secret thing, like it's part of Diagon Alley. But it is hard to find again. Like we wound up in it accidentally the first time, and like only through accidentally winding up in it 3 more times were we able to consistently get back to
Like,
it.
they did a pretty good job of making it seem like
You weren't supposed to go
incognito,
there.
like you're not
Yeah.
supposed to go there, yeah.
Yeah, like you think it's like a service entrance, and then it's Nocturne Alley.
So I did find one more thing in the box.
What'd you find in the what's in the box? What did I put this with?
Violets. You got me flowers.
Oh, I did. I got you violets, but like not like
A pot.
a bouquet, a pot of violets.
Read
and
the
I wrote a
beautiful
beautiful poem. I'm gonna read it in its entirety. Roses are red, violets are gay. Slant rhymes are cheating, but damn, you're a babe. Hashtag broetry.
Yeah. It's beautiful. Thanks for that.
I'm so good. Thank you. I will.
I also have this. They sent us this in the mail
What is
with
it?
like a thank you letter for
Oh.
going to Disney. It's Mickey. It's like
What
a
is-
print.
That is Mickey.
It's
Sure
like a
is.
print of like the thing, and it says Least Family Vacation 2019. Thought that was cute.
Yeah.
Anyway, so yeah, happy anniversary. Thanks.
Do you wanna just like unfurl all our baggage and talk about that mix I made you one time?
Yeah,
The
oh
one and
sure.
only mix I've ever
Yeah,
made.
let's throw back to that mix that she made me. So I've made so many beautiful mixes for her with very meaningful, sweet songs. And you tell them about the mix you made me.
I wish I could just pull it up, but I don't know if there's a single device in this house charged that has it on it.
No, my iPod's not charged.
Well, we don't have time for that.
No.
So
Just tell them about the important ones.
I called it Changing My Major to Sam because we're gay and like musicals. It's Changing My Major to Joan from Fun Home for you like plebs.
Rebecca.
All 27 of you.
Be nice to my subscribers. I don't have that many. I want to keep them.
I'm sorry, 25 of you are not plebs.
Becca!
The remaining 2, you know who you are.
I'm just gonna cut this out.
No, you said you didn't want to edit it.
I don't want to edit it. You have to be nice, Rebecca!
So it's called Changing My Major to Sam, and the first track is perfect for you from Next to Normal, which, if you know the show, is the one where it's like the nerdy, sensitive boy trying to get the nerdy, analytical girl to understand that they can be perfect together. And
You bookended.
I bookended it with the reprise because there's, some tumultuous times in that relationship, but they do come back together in the end. Spoilers.
For this musical that's been out for a while.
Like 2008.
Anyway.
So then I built in some like basically any Frank Turner song with the word home in it. Like I think I had like a song by like the Sixth on it.
That Laura Missoula song?
I don't know what the weather will be.
Yep.
Yeah, Laura Missoula.
That one's really pretty.
It is. Laura Missoula, very pretty songs. And then in the middle, like I hit you, and I think I put like I think I put Not If I Were a Belle. I've never been in love before from Guys and Dolls. And then like a couple like sweet ones. I put on Tough Act to Follow from Curtains because that was the show that we both did in high school.
Billie Holiday
But
on
at like
too.
different high schools. I did put Billie Holiday on too. And then like after I've lulled you into a false sense of security, I put on Gonna Make You Happy Tonight by Tripod. Which starts out sounding like it's gonna be a sexy song, and then it's gonna, but first I just gotta finish this level. It was great. And then the exact middle, because
She doesn't play video games. I play video games.
can't play video games.
She's bad at them. Anyway.
Anyway, there is a very sweet part at the end about how you could operate the machine gun.
I wouldn't let you. No.
The very middle song is a song by Psycho Stick called The JJ. It's 15 seconds. It's like smack dab in the middle. Like you think you've gotten out of the nonsense I'm pulling, and then just that's 15 seconds happens. And then
would you care to?
I would not, thank you. Would you like to sing it?
No. Look it up.
Look it up.
And you'll understand.
Jonathan Colton's Skull Crusher Mountain. Look it up. Did I have anything else beautiful and perfect on there?
No, the one that I remember most distinctly is Skull Crusher Mountain.
Skull Crusher Mountain is an anthem. Because you hadn't heard Skull Crusher Mountain before. So you're just like...
I was aware of Jonathan Colton, but I hadn't really listened to, like, any of his stuff.
Like, where is any of this coming from?
I played Portal, that was it.
Turn on a song that says, welcome to my secret lair on Skull Crusher Mountain. What is this doing here?
Or how about, I'm so into you, but I'm way too smart for you. That was more the part that I was, honing in on there. How romantic.
Voices inside my head say that I shouldn't kill you yet.
Yeah.
In the words of Jonathan Colton.
They are his words.
Yep.
So that happened. Anything else?
Then for roughly around my birthday, I ordered this.
Oh, yeah. So this was an anniversary present for last year that she got me, and I cried when I got it, but I didn't know it was coming. It was supposed to be a surprise. So it's
I work.
Little night sky things. And I'd seen them before, and I thought they were cute, and I wanted one. And then suddenly there's this large box at our door, and I text her, I'm like, what did you order?
I'm like, you can either wait for me or you can open it right now.
I opened it right then. I'm surprised I didn't open it before I even asked you, honestly. Because I was like, what is this? It was really cute. It's it's the coordinates of our first date in the night sky above it.
Midnight, October 31st.
2014.
2014?
5 years ago.
Yes, that's how that works. On your 5-year anniversary, it was 5 years previously that things got poppin'. Got a poppin'.
Did they now?
Yeah. Also, I just sprinkled in a bunch of references.
Yep.
I don't know if I've told you this before. I have told you this before. Because I was about to be like, I agonized over it and I ordered it while on the toilet, but no, that's the straw that I ordered while on the toilet.
Oh, the straw. Oh, it's not here, though.
I can go get it.
Go grab it.
Okay, wait.
I'll kill some time. I'll
Okay.
distract them. Hurry.
Distracted with a cunning ruse.
Da-da-da-da-da-da.
It's not going great.
I'm not doing good.
Lewis shoved the shark under the door.
It is 8 o'clock, so I'm very surprised that chaos has not erupted in this house. But we'll make this quick and then we'll go feed the cats because 8 o'clock is dinner time.
There is some anger. There's
Definitely some, yeah. There's some resentment. So we come home from our honeymoon and there's an envelope outside our door, like a package. And I'm like, wow, what could this possibly be?
I do want to follow up by saying that I did order that while we were on our first vacation together to go to the wedding for the marriage that lasted 3 months.
Oh, first, big vacation. I mean, you've gone to the
big
beach
vacation. That
before.
doesn't count.
It's vacation. We took off work and went to the beach with your family.
That's true.
Anyway, so there's an envelope, and she immediately starts giggling when she sees it, and was like, wait, you have to open this.
I
ordered
this
you something.
in the middle of the night on the toilet.
While we were on our honeymoon?
No, before we left.
It was custom made, so...
I saw that this could happen, and I started cackling, and I texted my friend and asked if it was a good idea, and she said, do it.
Which friend?
Jasmine.
Okay. I shouldn't have asked.
I was like, is this the funniest thing I ever thought of? She said, yes, and she was right.
We have a pussy straw.
It's just the right size to go in a bottle of wine.
It does. It fits in the bottom line. It's very hard to drink out of, though. You really have to suck on that pussy.
I'm fine.
So yeah. So that's our relationship. Now you know why I am the way I am.
That's not me. That's your mom.
What? I can blame that on both my parents, actually.
My parents are blameless.
In how I am, yeah.
I am in no way a product of my environment or my mother.
Boy. Anyway. Happy 1-year marriage and 5 years together.
Woo! Are you wishing you haven't been married to them for you've been married to me for a year?
I was saying it to you.
I
I just
looking
was
at
looking.
them.
You're an actor.
You
have to cheat out.
I am.
In that distance.
Lofty.
All right, we need to go feed the cats, but I hope you enjoyed this hour-long ramble about our relationship. We did not intend it to be that long, but we
No.
just have a lot of stories. So
Liz.
yeah, so our cats are screaming at us. So we're gonna go do that and I don't know, watch a movie or something.
Yeah.
I'll probably knit. So, thank you for watching.
You coming?